News update from Nature Reality, reporting from Brazil. More heavy rain fell in Brazil's already flood-ravaged Rio Grande do Sul on Saturday, as the death toll in the region continues to climb. Brazil's National Meteorology Institute says some 150 millimeters of rain is expected over the weekend, predicting intensifying winds and rising water levels. At least 136 people have died in Brazil's south, while 125 others are missing and more than 400,000 are displaced, according to the government. News in details over the weekend. Nature Reality Care do the collection of data about this incident. In a tragic turn of events, parts of Brazil have been ravaged by a catastrophic flood, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The flood, triggered by relentless rainfall and overflowing rivers, has resulted in significant loss of lives and properties. According to reports from local authorities, the flood has claimed the lives of at least insert number individuals, with rescue operations ongoing to locate survivors amidst the chaos. The affected areas, including mentioned specific regions or cities, are grappling with the aftermath of the disaster as emergency services work tirelessly to provide assistance and aid to those in need. The floodwaters have not only taken lives, but have also inflicted substantial damage to properties, including homes, businesses, and infrastructure. Images emerging from the scene depict submerged streets, collapsed buildings, and vehicles swept away by the powerful currents, painting a grim picture of the extent of the destruction. Residents of the affected areas have been forced to evacuate their homes, seeking refuge in temporary shelters set up by relief organizations. The situation remains dire as authorities assess the full scale of the damage and coordinate efforts to provide relief and support to the affected communities. As the nation mourns the lives lost and grapples with the devastation caused by the flood, attention turns towards measures to prevent such tragedies in the future and to rebuild the shattered communities. The resilience and unity of the people of Brazil will undoubtedly be tested in the challenging days ahead as they come together to overcome this adversity and rebuild their lives. The skies opened once again this morning in southern Brazil, offering little respite for those whose homes have been swallowed by floodwaters, while the number of people forced to evacuate doubled in 24 hours. Residents of the state of Rio Grande do Sul were bracing for a weekend of heavy rainfall, hitting just as waters that turned city streets into rivers had begun to subside. The deluge, which experts link to climate change, exacerbated by the El Niño weather phenomenon, has affected almost 2 million people, 756 injured. Heavy rains triggered devastating floods in southern Brazil, displacing over 538,000. The government announces emergency spending of $2.34 billion as President Lula da Silva pledges to rebuild. International support pours in, including from US President Joe Biden. Climate concerns intensify as scientists link extreme weather patterns to climate change, with more rain expected amid rising water levels in Guaíba Lake. Floodwaters have lingered for days and now weeks in parts of Brazil, where people are facing what many are likening to the disaster that struck the New Orleans area during Hurricane Katrina.